you thinking about living in Durham, North Carolina and curious about what it costs? In this video, I'm going to share everything from the cost of housing to the cost of groceries right here in Durham. I'm Alison Wojnarowski, local broker and owner of Raleigh Realty, and welcome to another weekly episode of our Living In series. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss our weekly videos, and join our Relocating to Raleigh Facebook group to collaborate on the area with thousands just like you. One of our passions is helping people relocate, and this is one of the top questions we get. Let's dive right into it and show you some of the real-world numbers on how Durham is more affordable than most areas around Raleigh. Durham has historically been much less than the national average in terms of cost of living. Prior to the housing price increase, it was named the 4th most affordable city in America by NBC's Today Show. But with the rising home costs across the country, especially in the Raleigh-Durham area, Durham right now is at the national average for housing costs. This was bound to happen as the Triangle area is one of the most relocated to areas in the nation, and the hot job market has brought many well-paying jobs to the area. Despite the relative increases in housing costs though, Durham is still one of the most affordable cities in the area and is 5% below the national average on cost of living indices. In general, your money will go further in Durham. Let's get into the breakdown, and we will start with the cost of homes and rent prices. The price of housing does vary greatly, so if you have any additional questions, I can send you some more detailed information. Overall, like many cities, the price per square foot increases as you get closer to downtown Durham. As you move north and east, the prices per square foot will go down fairly quickly. The southern and the western portions of Durham hold their value a little bit more as they are in prime locations in relation to entertainment and the Research Triangle Park. However, you'll be surprised how far your dollar goes in the Durham housing market. There are some pretty large homes that go for a very reasonable price. Check out our video on the best neighborhoods of Durham to get more of a breakdown. The median list price of a 3-bedroom, roughly 1,800 to 2,000 square foot home is currently right around $400,000. The list prices obviously vary widely depending on location, age of home, among many other things. There are neighborhoods of all different prices and styles where you can find smaller homes for the low to mid 200,000s in older neighborhoods, and there are several areas with homes north of 1 million. However, the bulk of the home prices in Durham hover around the $400,000 to $700,000 range. While Durham has its fair share of new construction communities, many of Durham's neighborhoods were built in the 1970s to the 1990s. This leads to very maturely and beautifully landscaped neighborhoods with plenty of privacy, as many neighborhoods have decent sized lots at 1/3 to 1/2 acre. The downside is it's a mixed bag as to whether or not these homes are updated or not. If you need a fully updated home though, there are still plenty of options for you. For those looking at condos in downtown Durham, there's a wide range depending on the exact building. Prices range from $400,000 to $800,000 in many buildings for roughly 800 to 1,200 square feet. While the condos on West Main are some of the more expensive ones, where many you can get 1,300 to 1,500 square feet condos for the low 1 millions. And they even have larger 3,000 plus square foot condos for over 3 million. Switching gears, for those looking to rent in Durham, the average rent for a studio or 1-bedroom apartment is in the $1,500 to $1,600 range, while 2- and 3-bedroom apartments are closer to $1,800 to $2,000. As with housing prices, monthly rents vary greatly with location and amenities. 1-bedroom apartments can be found for closer to $1,000 per month in some of the less sought-after areas, while some of the premium areas near downtown will run you over $3,000 per month. If you're looking to rent a home, median rent is around $2,000 per month for a 3-bedroom home. It's no secret that home and rental prices all around the country have increased drastically over the last few years. In Raleigh and Durham specifically, both have increased over 30% in the last year alone. This is the largest factor for Durham's relative cost of living increase. However, when considering renting versus buying, Durham still has plenty of equity for homeowners to gain. And it was recently named the 6th best mid-sized city in America to purchase a home based on a variety of factors. With Durham listed as one of the top high-tech metros in the United States, even before Apple, Google, and Meta announced campuses, Durham's average annual income is set to increase and home prices will follow. So prospective homeowners, get in now while there is still plenty of appreciation to be had. The last few things to consider regarding a home purchase involve taxes and insurance. Durham does have property taxes, so expect to pay just over $5,100 annually for a $400,000 home. as the property tax rate is around $1.28 for a $100 property value. This is typically escrowed and paid as a part of your mortgage. Homeowners insurance is fairly reasonable here. Expect to pay somewhere between $75 to $125 per month on average, depending on the company, coverage, and size of the home. Last but not least, some neighborhoods have HOA fees to maintain the common areas, keep up with a pool or a playground if you have one. If you don't have a pool, HOA fees are $500 to $1,000 annually. Neighborhoods with pools typically go up another $500 to $1,000. I hope this gives you some idea on the cost of living here in terms of housing, but let's go over some of the more day-to-day cost of living right here in Durham. Getting back to taxes, North Carolina does have state income tax at a rate of 4.99%. So for those lucky ones that aren't used to paying that, this may come as a bit of a shock. Note that there are very few tolls in the area, so you will not have to pay those extra costs when traveling. Property taxes also apply to cars, boats, motorcycles, and anything else registered, which is something most people don't expect. For a $40,000 car, expect to pay around $520 annually in taxes with about $50 in registration renewal fees. For all other goods and services, expect to pay a 7.5% sales tax. Utility prices are very reasonable as well. For the average house, energy bills will typically run around $150 a month between both electric and gas. Water bills average around $40 to $50 per month, and you will pay around $15 a month for garbage services. Gas prices have been changing frequently, but currently we're averaging around $3.50 per gallon. Prior to the significant price hike, gas prices were typically in the mid $2 per gallon range. Even with the 38 cents per gallon gas tax, North Carolina is one of the most affordable states for gas prices. And yes, you will need a car. Durham is fairly spread out and generally not walkable. However, with the average commute time only around 22 minutes, gas costs are usually not major concerns. Go Durham's bus system is very affordable though for those who like public transportation. Single rides are just $1, but for seniors and youth, fares are free. However, right now, everyone is riding free until June 2023. Healthcare costs are highly dependent on insurance, but just to provide some numbers, the average cost of a doctor's visit is $110, and dental visits in Durham are $95. Overall, Durham is 7% less than the national average in healthcare costs, and you'll have access to some of the best healthcare in the nation. Now let's talk about food, as this is important no matter if you're single or if you have a big family. Food costs have been on the rise since the pandemic, but Durham remains affordable. For your comparison, a gallon of whole milk is $2.50 to $3. Add $3 to that for organic. A 12-count carton of grade A large eggs are roughly $2, and a loaf of bread is $3 to $4. Restaurants are pretty affordable here as well. Fast food type restaurants range from about $7 to $10 per meal, with more sit-down restaurants averaging closer to $12 to $20 per meal. Typical brand name drafts cost around $4 to $5 a beer, while craft beers tack on an extra $2 to $3. There are certainly higher end and specialty restaurants that may cost more, but this gives you an estimate. For those who like movies like me, it costs around $11 for a movie ticket. Children's museums do cost money, as Natassium's indoor play space costs $10 a child. Adults are free. And the ever-popular Durham Life and Science Museum is pricier at $23 per adult and $18 per child. There are memberships that drastically reduce the cost of attendance. If you like them enough, you can go multiple times a year, and I would highly recommend it. I hope you now have a better grasp on the cost of living in Durham, North Carolina, and understand why this is a prime time to grab some real estate in the area. Our team here at Bray Realty has specialists in the Durham market and would love to help you find your dream home. If you're interested, please reach out through the contact information listed in the description below, and we'll be in touch right away. For more information on Durham and Raleigh area in general, check out some of our other weekly videos or visit my website at www.brayrealty.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.